ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Assalamu alaikum and welcome. You are watching RTA News with me, Morian. Today is 10th of April, Thursday, 2025. Mulay Al-Kabir, the Minister of Refugees and Repatriation Affairs, met with Qari Zain al-Abidin Abed, the Rajasthan governor, and discussed the situation and returning of refugees, their needs and existing problems. The governor of Rajasthan said in a meeting that he would further increase his efforts to cooperate with returning repatriates and assure that he would develop effective plans with these families in coordination with relevant departments. At the same time, Mulay Al-Kabir stated that the Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation Affairs has initiated necessary measures to enhance services for returning refugees and address their concerns, and this process will be further expanded in the future. The Turkish Embassy in Kabul has announced that the commencement of the two-day meeting of the Afghanistan Coordination Group, or ACG, with the donor countries in Istanbul, Turkey. According to a press release from the embassy, the meeting will discuss on the activities and priorities of the international community regarding Afghanistan. Previously, the United Nations Assistance Mission in Afghanistan, UNAMA, has also announced the gathering of the Afghanistan Coordination Group, stating that representatives from UNAMA financially support those countries, and both national and international organizations would attend. Simultaneously, with the initiation of this meeting, UNAMA has urged financial supporters to persist in their support for Afghan people. The Ministry of Energy and Water says that water management is a priority of the country and is making serious efforts in this regard. Officials of the ministry says that according to the basic plans, work has been done on 8 major dams in the country, of which 5 have been put into use and the rest are under construction. Our correspondent reports.
The Ministry of Energy and Water says that the Islamic Emirate has made serious efforts in the field of water management of the country within the past 4 years. Officials of the ministry say that work has been done on major dams during this period, most of which have been put into operation.
According to the plan, significant work was carried out with the Ministry of Energy and Water, not only in previous years, but also just last year on all major dams. Among them, 5 major dams have been completed and put into use, while work on the remaining large dams is ongoing.
Officials also add that in addition to the construction of dams, 410 check dams have also been built and put into operation in different provinces with the help and cooperation of sectoral institutions in the field of fluid and surface water management.
Fortunately, in the past years, under the Islamic Emirate rule, considerable work has been done on check dams and small dams. Based on coordination with the sectorial ministries, including the Ministry of Energy and Water, the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock, and the Ministry of Rural Development, around 410 check dams have been constructed and handed over for use. Additionally, within the framework of the Ministry of Energy and Water, 140 check dams were planned, of which 135 have been completed and handed over for use.
According to the Ministry of Energy and Water, there are a total of 138 large and small dams in the country, of which 16 generate around 426 megawatts of electricity.
The Russian Ministry of Transport has announced that Russia and Uzbekistan are launching the implementation of the Afghan Trans Railway project. The ministry added that several documents were signed between the ministries of Russia and Uzbekistan, as well as national railway companies in 2024 for this purpose. It's worth mentioning that this joint project between Afghanistan, Pakistan and Uzbekistan will connect all 3 countries via rail. The Deputy Minister of Finance Policy Department discussed further strengthening of bilateral economic cooperation with Iranian officials. The ministry said that during the meeting, emphasis was placed on the customs issues and implementation of recent agreements of the Joint Economic Cooperation Commission between the 2 countries. Our correspondent reports.
Deputy Minister of Finance Policy Department, Engineer Sultan Mohammad Zubair, discussed with Mohammad Reza Nazari, the Director General of the Economic Coordination Office of the Iranian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and his delegation on further strengthening of bilateral economic cooperation and implementation of the recent agreements of the Joint Economic Cooperation Commission.
The Deputy Minister of the Policy of the Ministry of Finance met with the Director General of the Economic Coordination Office of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Iran and his accompanying delegation, where they discussed customs issues and strengthening of bilateral economic cooperation between the two countries. Both sides also expressed their commitment to taking important joint steps toward the further development of the economic cooperation, which will help expand mutual economic relations.
Recently, meetings and trips related to economic issues between the two countries have been increased. Experts believe that these meetings are important and useful in further developing economic relations between the two countries and solving problems.
Serious work needs to be done on the custom tariffs and the transport routes where fundamental infrastructure is being developed. And these routes should be facilitated further. In the areas where Afghanistan has problems with these countries, we can resolve those issues through such memorandum of understandings.
The Ministry of Finance states that during the meeting, the two sides reached a final agreement to take a number of important steps to further expand joint economic cooperation, which will further expand joint economic relations as well.
Sheikh Shabuddin Dilawar, the General Director of the Afghan Education Society, and his deputy, Hafiz Izzur Rahman, met with Hussein Ahmad Bhutani, Qatar Red Crescent Society's representative for Afghanistan. During the meeting, they discussed addressing the problems of refugees returning from the neighboring countries and providing assistance for them. Sheikh Shabuddin Dilawar expressed his happiness of the arrival of the Qatar Red Crescent Society's representative and thanked them for their comprehensive assistance in supporting the needy. Hussein Ahmad Bhutani, in his speech, praised cooperation in supporting the returning refugee and said, "A well-wisher from Qatar is determined to come to Kabul shortly and meet the Red Crescent Society leadership regarding the construction of health center and schools and madrasas for girls through the Afghan Education Society, and through this support the Afghans." The Kandahar Police Headquarters says that this morning an old unexploded ordnance exploded in the container belonging to the headquarters Counter Narcotics Department. According to the headquarters, several guards were injured in the incident, and the fire department prevented more explosive from detonating in the time. Thank you for being with us. That's all for now. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد